You what?
Welcome, Jared. Welcome. I was saying I wish I had more
Hey,
food in my house.
dude, you beat me to it.
I know. Twice actually. Very
Twice?
intentional. Yep. Last
Twice
time I
now?
won.
Okay.
Yep. I won last time, won this time.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I was just saying I wish I had more food in my house.
Oh, dude, I'm starving.
Yeah. What are you gonna eat?
I don't know. I made a bunch of eggs, but I didn't cook them all the way.
Like you fried them
Like,
or what? Scrambled them?
yeah, I fried them, and I don't like I like the yellow runny, but if
Sure.
the white is runny at all,
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
I'm a little disgusted,
Yeah, I'll
right?
definitely like fry some eggs, and then when the white's a little runny, I still eat it, but I'm like, this isn't great. This isn't what I wanted. I don't prefer this.
Yeah, so I ate one egg
Ugh.
and a half a steak. That's what I ate for breakfast.
Nice. Does it does
Breakfast,
Christi
lunch.
does Crystal eat steak for breakfast?
I bought a pizza oven yesterday, and
Oh,
then
nice.
which was awesome. So I
Yeah.
made pizzas, but Crystal can't have pizzas, so I made her a steak. I was gonna make it in the pizza oven, but then
Oh.
it was just too much work, so just barbecued it. I barbecued,
Yeah.
but I had to buy 2 steaks, so I had a steak left over.
Oh, nice. Gotcha.
BTW pizza ovens are awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Man,
Yeah,
pizza sounds good. I don't think I have
yeah.
enough stuff for pizza.
Dude,
I'll figure it out. Figure
the
it out.
difference between pizza in an oven and pizza in a pizza oven
Yeah.
is night and day.
So, like, what makes a pizza oven a pizza oven?
I think it's the fire, the wood flame.
Oh, so you got, like, a fire in that thing. It's not like
Yeah,
a coil or anything.
yeah. No, it's super cool. Like, you light a
Oh,
little
okay,
fire in the
okay.
back. So
Okay.
I bought these little hardwood chunks. I bought some
Yeah,
oak and
okay.
some maple,
Mhm.
and the whole goal is to have the fire that roars because the fire's in the back and the chimney's in the front.
Yeah.
And so the fire comes up and kind of roars over the top of the pizza oven and then goes up the chimney.
Yeah.
And your pizza kind of slides underneath the fire.
Yeah.
So you get this like fiery, smoky flavored pizza and it
Oh,
cooks in
dude.
60 seconds.
Whoa!
So you get it
Dang.
up to temp and you like make your pizza, you slide it in there.
Yeah.
Like every 20 seconds, you pull it out and turn it and put it back
Yeah.
in. And in a minute, so 2 turns basically,
Yeah.
you got a pizza.
Oh, dude, that
It's
sounds so
awesome.
good.
It's super rad.
Man.
Yeah.
The lame part
It's
about the lame part about only having one vehicle is I can't go and get any pizza right now because that's what I wanna do. Just go buy some pizza.
That's
Screw
funny.
this podcast, I'm getting pizza.
Dude, you should get a pizza oven on your deck. Be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but then I just gotta take it when I move.
Yeah. And
Try
then you gotta Joel's moving. If anybody didn't know, he's moving.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Moving to
awesome.
Florida.
I'm really excited. I'm ready for it.
Dude, I'm excited for you. It's gonna be rad.
Yep. I was talking with Alex and we were just having a conversation. He's like, because he's committed to 5 years, right? And
Right.
he was like, "Oh, what if it?" We were just both like speculating. Well, if it doesn't work out, and I was like, "Well, I guess if it doesn't work out, you're in like a. It's not because of the weather. It's
Yeah.
not because you got there and you're like, well, it just sucks here. It's too
Yeah.
warm and sunny and humid and
Yep.
oh, boo." So yeah, I'm
Way
excited.
better.
Yep, I'm way excited.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be cool. It'll be cool
Yep.
getting out of the cold.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be cool. I mean, what we're looking forward to, like what we talk about a lot, is being able to just leave the house, be like, let's go outside and walk with the
Yeah,
children.
dude.
And then you just
Yeah.
open the door and you go. There's none of
Yep.
this like, all right, I gotta get my stuff on. Where are we gonna go? Because in Fairbanks, it's like, yeah, sure, I can go walk around my yard, but that's like hecka boring. If I'm not doing that, I'm either driving into town, which I'm
Yep.
going out for a winter excursion, so I gotta be bundled. And when you have like babies and junk, like that's no fun. Because like
Yep.
babies just get cold, and then you got to. It's like there's nothing there that's really that great.
Yeah,
So it'll
dude.
be nice to just be able to go out. We're excited.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. For everybody who doesn't know, when did I move to Florida? Because my plumbing business is in Alaska. I moved to Florida, I think it was in June. And now I've got Joel, who you're listening to. He's coming down. You're going to come down when? Maybe May
Yeah.
ish,
May is what we're hoping
somewhere in there.
for. Yep.
And then I got my other buddy Alex to come down as well.
Yep.
So we got 2 people moving down here from Alaska, which is funny. I'm
Yeah.
like a trendsetter.
You're a trendsetter. Well, we just let you go do all the adventuring, and then we're just gonna reap the benefit.
Yeah. You just wanted to know if it sucked or not. You were like, "Yeah, we'll let
Yep.
Jered move down there."
Yeah, let's let that
Like,
idiot go
no.
and figure it out, yeah.
Yeah. The funny part is that none of us, if you would have asked us,
Mm.
I don't know, a year ago, none of us would have been like, "Oh, yeah, we're moving."
Oh, no way.
Even
Yeah, would
even 7 months ago, if you would have said none of us would have said, "We're moving to Florida."
yeah, it'd been like well,
Not even
everybody in
me.
Alaska that I talk to, there's usually this sentiment that, "Oh, I'll move one day."
Yeah,
And
someday that'd be nice.
usually that never happens because nobody
Yeah,
actually wants to actually do the work to leave because it's a lot of
yeah,
work.
yeah,
Um, and people would scoff if you said I'm going to Florida, right? Because you're like, "Oh, Florida, that's
yeah,
hot."
right.
But
Hot
now
and
in my
humid.
position, I'm like, "Yes, it is. It's very
Yeah,
hot, and I don't.
yeah, it's
It's
super
fine."
nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I'm yeah, super excited.
Yeah. The funny part is we actually ended up moving to Florida. Well, we moved to Pensacola because your wife was like, I don't even know how that came about. She was like, "You should check out Pensacola." And I was like, my thought was like, "Cool, I should move to Pensacola just to make Ayla jealous." And
Yeah, of course, of course.
and so I kind of pitched it to Christelle and we looked around in Pensacola and it was like, I actually watched a few videos of a realtor like touring around
Yeah,
Pensacola
yeah,
and why he liked living here. And I was like, it's got stuff. It's got a beach.
yep,
It's got houses. It's got stores, grocery stores.
yep,
Like everything you need is there, and
yep.
it's warm. So sounds good to us.
Yeah,
We
it
were,
kinda checks all the boxes.
yeah. I mean, whatever. It doesn't like I. One thing I've figured out is like it doesn't really matter where you live. Like
Mm.
I end up hanging out in my house and going to the grocery store and occasionally go to
Yeah,
Home Depot. Right.
yeah,
There are
yeah,
some things I like to do, like ride my bike or whatever. So it's nice if there's like at least somewhere to ride your bike or trails nearby or something like that.
yeah,
But the gist of it is I hang out in my house 9 times out of 10 or I'm outside at the beach or on a trail or riding my bike, right? And I
yeah,
can do
yeah,
those maybe not the beach, but I can do most of that pretty much anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you lock up again?
Dude, if I did, I don't know.
We gotta switch programs. Okay.
Dude.
Anyways, the funny part is your wife mentioned Pensacola. We're looking around down here. We were in I was in Montana plumbing my dad's house because we knew we wanted to move. We were originally gonna move to Phoenix because we spent, like, a month, let's see, that was just last December, not this last one, but 2021 December, we spent
Wow,
in Phoenix the whole
wow.
month. And that was really the first realization that I had
Mm,
of, like, I can leave my business for this long and it's fine.
yeah, sure.
That month, we had the most profitable month we'd had up until that point.
Oh, you were the problem.
Yeah. No, I was. It's totally right, dude.
Interesting. But
I was
I
the
was
problem
joking, but so how were you the problem? Because that's an interesting idea.
because when I'm there, like, when I was there, I wanted to, like, get involved and get my fingers in
Mm,
things and,
make it complicated.
yeah, make it complicated, wouldn't allow people to do what they need to do, right? I'd
Mm.
wanna get involved. It just made it dumb, and I'd wanna give everybody discounts because 'cause I'm such a nice guy and, it just doesn't
Yeah.
work, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like,
That's
I
funny.
was too, like, sporadic and emotionally involved
Mm.
that and actually getting out of it for a month is what really helped me, like, pull the emotions out of it, pull the
Oh,
and really,
sure.
really, like, start to become just a business owner. So, it was actually a really
Yeah.
good thing to just go away for a month. It was actually my wife's idea because she's
Yeah.
smarter than I am.
She probably also was watching you and was looking at the way you do things, and she was like,
Yeah,
"This."
she's
She
probably
was
like,
probably
"Man,
noticing
I gotta
things.
get Jared out of here."
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah,
maybe, God forbid, she was even hearing feedback like, "Jared keeps coming around the office.
yeah,
He's and we would be better if he wasn't here.
yep,
Love
totally.
the guy, but I mean, like, just trying to get work done or something."
He's an idiot.
No.
But
Yeah.
no, but
Well, that
that was like we left for a week, I think, maybe like 9 days before. That was the first time I was like, "Ooh, man,
mm,
I didn't have to be here. It was cool."
yeah.
And then our business coaches were like, I think Christelle wanted to leave, and they were like, "So what's next?" And Christelle was like, "Oh, we're probably gonna go back to Phoenix in December." And they're like, "For how long?" And I was like, 7 days."
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and
Real
they're like
short, real short.
and they're like, You can leave for longer." And I remember Christelle, her eyes were like, "Oh, we can leave for longer."
She's like, "Jared, did you hear that?
It's like
Never
it was like,
that's a new
I mean,
idea."
you just think like, "I can't leave. There's no way.
Yeah,
Like, I hold this thing together. I'm the glue, right? I
yeah.
made it." Because you've been getting involved in everything, you think you still need to be involved.
Mm,
Fact of the matter is, you should leave, see what breaks, and then come back to it. And if something broke, fix it. Like
yeah.
set it up so that it doesn't break again. Because the whole
Yes.
goal should be to leave. You shouldn't want to be there. You shouldn't have
And
to
I
get
would
involved.
and I would even say, like, on even, like, a manager perspective,
Yeah.
like, my goal as a manager at my last job was to make it so that things run if I was there or not. Now, granted, I never
Hmm.
really progressed in that goal as far as I would have liked. Things very much depended upon me, but
Hmm.
that was always in the back of my head, like, I should be able to leave and it should be fine.
Yep.
Like, that tells me I'm doing a good job because that means that I've established systems and that people are working out of a culture that can survive without me.
Yep.
And then that's what a good manager does. Like, a good manager shouldn't be required all the time. I should just
Yeah.
be required to maybe weigh in on certain things or give my insights or make these decisions in the moment that I know what to do. But other than that, like, the thing should just kind of do its own thing.
Yeah. And can you imagine if your boss just continually got involved in what you were trying to do?
Oh yeah.
It just
Well,
ruined it for you?
yeah, and I think that
Yeah.
would, like, especially if you have, like, powerful people working for you who need a little bit of a leash to really, oh, I don't
Yep.
know, do the best good they can. Like, if you're
Yeah.
always sort of getting involved, then they're just gonna be like, "All right, I'm just gonna do my thing." At best or at worst, they're gonna leave because they just it's not fulfilling to them.
Yeah. What I've come to realize is that most people want to come to work and do a good job. And if you kind of give them like your the end goal, like your expectation of what the result should be,
Mm,
and maybe some guideline on how to get there, but not be super rigid, most people want to get to that end goal and they will work their buns off to get there
right,
as long as you stay out of their way.
right.
Like most people are way more capable than you think. And
Yeah,
even if
and
they make mistakes, like letting your employees make mistakes and learn from those mistakes to then become better employees, that's way better for you than
yep.
like trying to control every little movement for them.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I think your goal should be to have an employee, we want to hit that level of self actualization, right? Like, that employee is now motivated by internal motivating factors, whatever that is for them. And that is
Yep.
what's propelling them forward. And
Yeah.
that also means that they're going to be looking out for problems, solving their own problems, realizing their own mistakes,
Yep.
analyzing what they're doing and why they're doing it, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And so if you just leave, like if you're not sure you're ready and you just leave,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna find out real quick, like number one, what people are or aren't capable of. Number two, where they maybe need some guidance. Number three, you're gonna figure out like maybe what motivates them and how you can help them like
Hmm.
achieve these things, right?
Hmm.
So leaving for an extended period of time is a wonderful thing. Like everybody should try and leave their business for a month. And if you don't think you can, I would argue maybe you can't and that's a problem. But if you're like on the fence, maybe I can, maybe I can't.
Sure.
Um, or even if it just sounds crazy, like leave for a week. If you leave for a week and nothing happens or very minimal stuff happens, then leave for a month. And if you don't think you
Yeah.
can do it, then ask yourself like what are the things like what are the really like the details of why I don't think I can leave for a month? Is it like
Right.
nobody will be able to go to the bank and do this thing? Well, make it so that that can happen without you there before you leave
Right.
then. But if you
Right.
can't come up with anything, if it's just like people won't know who to call or they won't know what to do or whatever, I don't know. then just leave because you'll find that
Yeah.
people will be just fine.
Yeah, that they'll figure it out. Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, or maybe they didn't, they need some guidance next time. Well, now you know. If you don't leave, you'll
Mhm.
never know. But if you can't leave your business for a month, you don't have much of a business, in my mind. You just
Yeah, because yeah.
you still have a crappy job.
Yep, you still got a job that you gotta be there every day to maintain whatever it
Yep.
is you need to maintain.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So, moving to Florida. I'm in Montana, right? So we sold our house in May. We
Mhm.
left, let's see, we left in December for the entire month, 2021. And then May 2022, we sold our house. And then we went to Montana. Yeah, that has to be right. We went to Montana. We were there for a couple weeks plumbing my dad's house. And we had looked at, we kind of wanted to go to Phoenix, but we were having second thoughts because the summers are so hot.
Yeah.
Um, and I didn't know if I could deal with it. I was
Mhm.
like thinking about 110, 115 degrees, 120 degrees. Like, man, I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah.
That's hot. That's like,
Yeah. It's like 40
that's like,
below hot.
dude, that's
It's
like
on the other
cook your food
spectrum.
on the pavement hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cook your pizza
That's a little,
outside in 60 seconds.
yeah. Anyway, so then we were like, oh, well, maybe we could go to Vegas, right? Vegas has a
Yeah.
big airport. You can get in and out.
Yeah.
It's got houses, grocery stores. It actually has a really big trail system in the mountains that surround Vegas.
Yeah,
Big
it's
biking
gorgeous out
scene
there.
there.
Gorgeous out there.
Um, and it's cooler than Phoenix,
Mm.
but yet still kind of like same kind of vibe, kind of the desert
Yeah.
vibe. And then we were like, oh well, we've been looking in Pensacola, and we found this house, and my wife liked the house. So we called the realtor, and he toured it, and we were like, yeah, let's put in the offer. And so we put in an offer of like asking price. And this is right
Mhm.
around when all the houses were going like above asking.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to do that. So we put in an offer for asking price. We left Montana. We were driving south, and we didn't know if we got the house or not. So we didn't know if we were going to Vegas, or maybe we were going to like decide to go to Phoenix, change our mind, or if we were going to end up in Florida. And I think it was like day 2. We were just driving south, and we had this point, this like city we could make it to, but that we had to know before that city. And
Mhm.
we almost made it to that city, and we got a call from the real estate agent. He goes, "Hey, they accepted your offer." And we were like, "Sweet." Turn left.
That's awesome.
It was funny.
And then you went down was that the first time you went down to Pensacola is after you put an
First
offer
time.
in on the house? That's
Yep.
so awesome.
Never been here, never saw the house in person.
Yeah.
And it's funny because people ask, like, "How did you get to I'm like, "Why Pensacola?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
my buddy Joel, his wife wanted to move here, and so
I just wanna, like, make her jealous real
wanted to make
quick,
her
and
jealous, and people are like, "You're crazy."
that's the
But
stupidest story I've ever heard.
it is kinda stupid, but the fact of the matter is it's pretty nice here. I like it.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
has a grocery store, and I
and
have
it's
a
got a
house.
grocery store, and you sit in your
Yeah,
house, and, like, it's got the things that you need.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Which is
when did you guys came down here, right? When did you
yeah,
come down here?
we visited in, I think it was August,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
Or was it
And you guys,
September? Might have been
I think
September.
I don't remember.
End of September, I think, because I feel like I missed out on a couple weeks of hunting season,
And it was
which
still
was
pretty warm then.
yeah, it was warm.
Yeah,
On the first week we were there, it was real warm and hot, and then the second week it cooled off just a little bit.
yep,
Um, but yeah, it was nice. We went to the beach a lot.
yeah,
Um, and like for me, bath water temperature water is like the only water I'm trying to go into.
yeah,
Don't care about water enough to be like, let's go into this cold-ish water. So
yeah,
that was perfect for me, and discovered that my 1-year-old loves the water, which is
yeah,
really fun. Only of my children who you can put in a bathtub, and he's like loving it. All my other kids are like freaking out. Don't get it on my face. Give
yep,
me a towel. That's Isaac. Give me a
yeah,
towel. I'm like in the shower. Like, what are you doing? I'm not gonna give you a towel. Just figure it out, dude.
yeah.
Like, but he loves it. So, um, yeah, we pretty much when we were there, we just went to the grocery store a lot. Whenever we're hanging out with you guys, we end up going to the grocery stores a lot.
Dude, that's all we do. That's all we do.
I know. When we were in
Like,
Vegas, you guys bought so many groceries. Ayla and I, when we were leaving, are like, we have a full fridge. What are we
Yeah,
supposed to do with the full fridge?
yeah,
That's funny.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully we'll get
Yeah.
more people in Pensacola that we know and like.
Yeah, so you guys came and visited, and then we got, our friends Alex and Marcy to come visit with their kids. Now they're moving their whole business down here. It'll be cool. It'll be
Yeah. I
fun.
mean, when you're in Alaska and you're looking for places to move,
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of really good options, but just being in the States, especially if you're a business owner, there's so many advantages. Like Alaska
so
business is a
many.
hard business to do.
Yes,
Unless
it
you're
is.
really niche Alaskan, like you cater
Yes,
to
like
Alaska, like you like do dog sledding or something like that.
or you do a heating business,
Yeah. Yeah. But
right?
even
Yeah,
that, like it's like you run out of, well, don't run out of, but things get harder, whether it's like finding plumbers and things like that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would 100% move, go to a better market, and then start my plumbing company because you know number one, I wouldn't be capped. Like right now, we've
yeah.
grown to the point to where it's like I'm pretty sure we're at our max capacity. Maybe we could get a tiny bit bigger, but I don't think we're going to be able to go any bigger because the market is what it is.
Yeah.
And so, and like in Fairbanks, right, the next market is 350 miles away,
Yeah.
and it's the only other market in Alaska
Yeah. Where you can
other
actually
than
have a scalable business. Like you could
yeah,
expand into like Toke or something, but
which
that's
would
not,
be stupid. You know,
yeah.
you
It's
wouldn't
just,
make any money there.
yes.
So, even if I had just moved to Anchorage, just because
Hmm.
it's so much bigger, that would have been a much better market for me to be in. I could have grown I could have made more money faster.
Hmm.
Would be easier to run down there because it's warmer, and it would be worth more
Yeah.
because I'd be
Yeah.
able to bill it to a bigger point.
Yep.
So, and then I think about, man, if I had moved to Pensacola first and started my plumbing company here, which I guess I could still do, but I don't want to. Um, you like it could be huge here,
Yeah.
and it would be so much easier to do it because now
Yeah.
all of a sudden, it's warmer. I don't need heated vans. I don't need insulated vans. I just need vans that put some stickers and some shelves on. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Um, and then the plumbing license laws are much easier. It would have been excellent. And then
Yeah.
I'd be in a place where my business is worth more too. Like,
Yep.
ev
Oh no. Yeah, we were talking about how easy and how big you could make a plumbing business in Florida had you
oh,
know.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
like, even if I had moved to Florida first, to Pensacola, and started a plumbing business here, it would have been way easier to grow. All of a sudden, I don't need heated vans, insulated vans. It's easier to get plumbers down here. I don't have to hire guys with plumbing licenses. I just need my own license. Way easier. And
Yeah.
then there's way more labor available. There's way more people to bill.
Yeah.
And then just like even if I grew like a $5 million business down here, it would still be worth more than a $5 million
Sure.
business in Fairbanks because somebody could buy it and expand it.
Yeah,
Whereas
there's
if
a
they buy my
potential.
business in Fairbanks, it's capped. So there's less potential.
Yep.
So like if I could do it all over again, I would definitely move somewhere where you're in a better market and go dominate that better market or a portion of it.
That sounds like something for like plumbing or soon to be or would be plumbing business owners. Like, I feel like that more guys should think about that instead of just being like, I'm sick of working for this guy. I'm gonna start my plumbing company. Like, okay, well, consider where you're at and why you're doing it, and like have a real conversation with your wife if you have one, or your spouse, and just be like, hey, if we're gonna start a business, we need to relocate because there's so many reasons to do that instead of just spontaneously making a business in your city.
Get
Because
into a town with a population of 500,000 or more, preferably that has other towns like within an hour drive. So that way you could grow huge in a 500,000 population town, and then worst case scenario, you can always go to that next town over that's
yeah,
an hour away, and you could open up another location there,
yeah.
and you could grow a huge business that way. And even if you didn't grow a huge business, your business is still worth way more that way.
Yeah, I can tell. I bet you there's not a lot of plumbing business owners who think in that term of like, what's my business going to be worth when I'm done?
No,
Um, Especially
probably
to
not.
the detail of, is it going to be worth more because of its potential? Because that's something that
Yeah,
is like, I don't think many, at least in the plumbing business, will be thinking about.
yeah, and you're gonna put in all the work and all the headache, and it's gonna be the same amount of work and the same amount of headache no matter what
Yeah.
market you're in. You might as well grow it in a good market, where in the end you get more money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just talked with a guy, he sold his business for 10 times EBITDA. So basically 10 times his profit,
Hmm.
which is like unheard of right now.
Huh.
And the
And he
reason
just
was
sold.
yeah, and the
Mm,
reason he sold for such a big multiple was because he was in such a good market
sure.
and he
Huh.
had competitors in that market that he was blowing up in the market, right? And there was a PE firm, so private equity firm that already owned 3 other companies in his market.
Mm,
So they went in and just swallowed him up,
yep.
paid him
Yeah,
10
because
times multiple.
they
No
already knew
problem.
the potential of that market.
Yeah,
And so
totally.
it's like it's like the real estate concept, like location is everything. Like that applies to more than just where your house is located.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Because yeah, where your business is located is a big deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, things to consider that you probably didn't consider when you were making your business. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
know you didn't consider because you made the business up here.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Even if I just moved to Anchorage, like I said, it would have been
yeah,
so much better. And that
yeah.
wouldn't have been a hard move to do. That would have been a very easy move.
Yep, very easy. Just right down there, especially because was Costin in Anchorage at that time?
No, he wasn't. But, I've got family down there. It would have been really easy
Sure.
to go there. I know the area well enough.
Yeah.
It would have been an easy move.
Yeah,
To
gotcha.
move to Florida would have been a little harder, but still would have been doable.
Yep. Yep. Ah, the things that we learn, right?
Yep, the things we learn.
But then we get to tell other people, and that's like
Yeah,
life. It's learning from other people's mistakes and missed opportunities.
true, very true.
So you
I
say
should
that. Go ahead.
I should have listened to more podcasts, then I
Yeah, you
would have
should
known.
have. Do you listen to podcasts right now?
No, dude, no,
I
I
know.
don't like
Okay,
them.
I didn't know. I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know if you've turned that corner in your life of becoming a podcast listener.
I'll watch them on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, because you got to sit there and engage with them.
Yeah, I can't if I try to listen, it'll just kill me. I
Yeah,
just won't listen.
yeah.
My mind will wander.
That's probably a superpower you have though, because you need like this direct focus, but then you can harness that focus really well.
Yes. Yes, it's
Yeah.
like what I've learned is your superpower is usually also your greatest weakness.
Oh, yeah, dude,
You know what
100%.
I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, 100%. I know what you mean.
So, like, I can dig in and focus on one thing really, really well,
Yes.
but to a default. So, it's a really good
Uh,
thing, but then
uh-huh.
it's a total default. Like, having balance is really hard for me. Like, to
Sure.
balance work and family and enjoyment is, like it's taken me a long time. Like, I still don't have it figured out. I'm way better
Yeah.
than I was, but it's been
Yeah.
a long haul for that. I've always just poured
Yeah.
into one thing,
Yeah.
always.
Are you finding that you are learning the ability to pour into more than one thing at one time?
Yeah, yeah, and it's really just goes into recognizing the value of those things and
Sure.
going,
Yeah, yeah,
"Okay,
sure.
this is incredibly value," and a lot of that's just getting older, getting more mature, having more experience, realizing the value of things, and going, "Okay, I have to figure out
Mm,
how to, like, balance this and
yeah,
pour more of
sure.
my attention into this versus
Mhm.
all of it into one thing." Just out of necessity.
Yeah, I think it's good the way that you phrase that, pour your attention into it. I think that thinking of attention as a resource, I think,
Yeah.
is an important way that, especially in our modern age, where attention can get dumped into really stupid things really easily.
Like
Um,
TikTok.
yeah, like TikTok. Oh, dude, the devil, man. It's like it's
What's
such a stupid thing, but
Dude, it's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that you can let your attention slip because I've been there like 45 minutes in my bathroom standing at the sink and I'm like, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. I just wanted to like post a video and then suddenly here I am sucked into this world of humor and delight. And
Dude.
now I've dumped this resource that I'm not getting back, this very important resource of attention.
Yep.
And and the thing about it is like when you focus on things like that, it's like you're not just focusing on something, that thing is forming you at the same time, right?
Right.
Because
Yep.
you're forming this habit, you're being formed by what we put our attention into.
Yeah.
And if we choose poorly, then we might not like who we become if we let that go unchecked. Like if I just let TikTok rule my life, I'll
Yep.
probably be a pretty crappy dad
Dude,
and a poor father and not a very good employee.
the weird part about my TikTok is it's all business. So I got like Ryan Pineda shows up, Brad Lee shows up, Grant Cardone shows up, and everything like that. There's no
Yeah.
dancing, there's no nothing. It is strictly business. That
Yeah.
I didn't know this was on TikTok until I got on TikTok myself like 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
But it is the information, it's like I want to know the information, but it's all very surface level
Mhm.
information, so it's not information that even really does you any good,
Sure.
and so but it, like, hooks you in, and you're like, "Oh, I need to know more about that," so you scroll up, right? And
Uh-huh.
you're like
Uh-huh.
but then it's just some other business topic.
Yep.
But what I found TikTok very useful for, I found it useful for one thing, for 'cause I constantly get up it like, if I scroll through, you see a bunch of business, Grant Cardone, Ryan Pineda, whatever, but then I'll see somebody I don't know,
Uh-huh.
and then you go find them, and, like, then you can go find them on YouTube, and usually you can find some really good information on YouTube,
Yeah.
so that's been cool, but the only thing it's useful for.
Yeah, find it. Yeah, it's easy to get sort of trapped in the same series of voices that we listen to,
Mhm,
and it's good to hear different voices because
mhm,
they're gonna think a different way and explain something that maybe you didn't think of in a certain way that could,
yeah,
give you a little bit of inspiration or a nudge in one way or the other.
yeah, definitely. It's good
Yeah.
stuff. Cool, dude.
Yeah. Cool.
So what did we learn in this episode? You need to leave your business, basically, right?
Yeah, need to leave your business so that
And
you
if you
can
don't
see what breaks.
Yep, and if you don't feel like you can leave it, ask yourself why. If it's a legitimate reason, then figure out how to make whatever you don't think can happen with you gone, figure out how to
Mhm.
make it with you gone.
Mhm.
Solve that issue and then leave. If it's just a feeling like, or you're scared, then just leave. Just get over it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
just do it.
Yep, leave your business, and then if you're thinking about starting a business, consider where you're starting a business, and that can be for
100%.
any business. Like
I will
like
s I will say though, like, before we end on that point, if you're thinking about starting a business and what's holding you up is moving to a better spot, then just start it where you're at.
sure.
Like, don't wait 6 months or a year to go start it somewhere else. Um, just start it where you're at.
Now is the reason because that particular person that we're talking about might not start because that might
Yep,
be the thing that keeps them?
yep,
Yeah. Yeah,
yep,
because
they'll
'cause I'm
change their
'cause
mind.
yeah, because in my mind, the pushback is like, yeah, but, like, the return on investing of starting somewhere else could be so much greater, but I
Yeah.
understand your point. Like, if you're somebody who is
Like,
needs
if it's
that
gonna be 6
push.
months, start it where
Mhm.
you're at, but still move
Yeah,
in 6
sure,
months.
sure.
But you're gonna learn so much in that 6 months that it's gonna help you once you move.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool, dude.
Cool,
Okay,
man.
number 11.
Number 11 in the books.
One day we'll get so many, we'll just stop counting. Cause like, what's the point, right?
I'll never stop counting.
Oh, okay. It's a promise. You heard it, everybody. Jared said he's never gonna stop counting. See if he keeps to it. Keep listening to
Yep,
find out.
yep. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. What is my YouTube channel?
I
I don't
think
even
it's a
know. The Jared
Jared.
Williams Show. If you look up Jared Williams, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go hit me up
Cool.
on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Watch my videos.
All the
You'll learn a
things.
lot.
Heck yeah.
It's
Cool.
all
Thanks,
free.
Jared.
See you, man.
See ya.